Well, hospital porters, pride and dignity, stop the New World Order. Welcome to HPANWO TV. Today, I'm in High Wycombe. You see down at the station at the moment. It's a very little convenient place here for me to film, as you can see a little bench here. Now, High Wycombe is a place I've never been to before. I've seen it many times. In fact, I see it very often when I'm on the coast of London, because the M40 passes tangential to High Wycombe, and you see the entire town from the coach as you're driving up from the M40. Now, it's actually a pretty spectacular sight when you're on the coach, travelling over the flyover. And this whole town is actually in a very, very picturesque and spectacular area. I mean, it's in a valley. In fact, the name Wycombe, it means a white valley. It's an old Celtic word. It's pre-Anglo-Saxon, pre-Roman. It's a Celtic word. It's a very ancient name, and it means white valley. Now, it's a very picturesque spot. I've never been here before. Literally, you see the whole city spread out below you, almost in a kind of fairy tale-like way. Now I'm here, I kind of noticed for the first time I've been here, I get a very, very strange feeling. This place has an extremely odd atmosphere, an extremely odd place. Now, it's rather like the feeling I get in Milton Keynes, but slightly different. The energy of the place is unusual, and it's going to take me a while to sort of analyse that, how I feel about that. One thing that does surprise me is it's in a spectacular location, but it's also in a location that's quite geographically isolated. It's in the middle of the Chitern Hills, and the Chitern Hills are a range of low-lying green hills, a whole range of them, running from sort of Midlands area down to North London or Northwest London, and they're quite sort of remote. There's a lot of very remote areas in the Chilterns, and this is one of them. But as you can see around you, this is quite a busy, bustling town. Now, I just tried to get Wikipedia on my mobile phone. The internet's hopeless on it. It's an old phone, you know, one of those ones that just makes calls. Somehow I've managed to survive my entire life with a phone that just rings and you make calls and things, you know. It's not one of these fancy ones. But I tried to get on the Wikipedia page and couldn't. I should have done this before I left. I want to know like some of the population and demographics and other details of the town. But basically, what I'm saying is what I'm saying is that this is a very large town for one that is so geographically isolated. It's the kind of place that's very few people have ever been to. I mean, I don't know anyone who doesn't live here who's ever been here. Come to think of it, very few people have been here, I know. But as you see, it's quite a large place. I mean, I imagine the population is in the region of, I don't know, 70, 80,000. It's not as big as Oxford, obviously, but it's getting on, probably about half the size of Oxford, I'd say. Yeah, it nestles in this valley in the Chilterns, and for a town of, you know, half the size of Oxford, the road connections to High Wycombe are very, very small, and I've not seen that before. If you look on the map, you can see there are actually very few main roads, if any, or very small, you know, smaller main roads than you thought. No sort of like motorway stop here. There's a junction at the M40, but I mean, there's no like dual carriageways coming in and out. There's just sort of there's minor roads and a few sort of semi-major roads, the kind of yellow line, small red lines you get on the Ordnance Survey maps, and that is very unusual. And it leads me to suspect that there's very, very little travel between High Wycombe and places outside High Wycombe. And there's a railway station, obviously. There's a 3-platform railway station I've just been to. But there's some very, very odd. It's very odd that a town this size seems to have so little access to the outside world, to other places. Normally, you get much more. You get more. It'd be more networked, if you know what I mean. as I said, it's got a strange feeling to this place, and I'm going to have a look around, see if I can spot any Illuminati architecture, because I remember when you pass through on the coach, I remember seeing an awful lot of Illuminati symbolism in the architecture, and I'm going to go and have to see if I can capture that now on camera. I mean, the reason I'm here is, I'm not here specifically to see High Wycombe, I'm here to visit a place near High Wycombe, which I will go to now. But I'm going to just have a quick wander around town and see if I can see anything worth filming. And if I do, you will see it next up. Stay tuned.